Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel once again. So in previous video we have learned how we can draw cotton flowers. So this was my previous video and I have shown you how we can draw different perspective of these cotton flowers and how you can compose all these flowers together. Now in today's video I'm going to show you how we can paint it with very few simple steps. Even this is very easy for beginners as well. So again, you can create a stem and then you can create an oval kind of shape or round kind of shape based on what kind of perspective you need into your composition, and create 3 to 4 flower area. So I'm keeping 4 flower for now, and I'm keeping it simple. You can make these things complex, and you can also refer to any reference photo to do all these things. Although I'm not using any reference photo, I'm creating these things by my own. Now I have understand what kind of flowers and where I need my flowers, so I'm okay with it. Now I'm using this 05 round brush to paint, and I'm using very light shade of gray color. Just mark the outline like this, and then you can blend the color with the help of gray color itself, or you can use clean water as well. In this particular step we don't have to define everything very clearly, not like that, but think about all the sections that we can see in our flower. And in the cotton flower we can see usually 4 sections. Based on your perspective these might change, and I have explained everything in detail in my previous video, so you can refer to that video first and come back to this particular video, and I can give you a link into my description section. Same thing you need to do for all the flowers that you have. Make sure you're using lighter shade of gray color. Don't use very dark shade of gray, because we want to replicate the white cotton into the white sheet. So that's why we are using light shade of gray color, or else you can do some background and keep this area white itself. That is also you can do, but this one is the simplest one to paint. Now as you can see, I have not defined everything very clearly. I'm just trying to create a couple of sections with the help of gray color. Now I'm repeating the same thing for other 2 flower. So this particular flower is towards left side, and I'm keeping 2 sections bigger and 2 sections smaller at the top. So you can create these 2 sections like this. You can also leave few negative space in between. That is also something you can do, or else keep it like this. Now I am creating 2 more sections at the top. As of now you're not able to see things clearly, which I understand, but don't worry about those things. And likewise let's paint the last one. So this one is mostly facing towards upward direction. So again I'm creating 4 sections, 2 smaller and 2 bigger, based on perspective. I will highly insist you all refer to my previous video to learn what we can do, and you can draw everything with the help of pencil first and then you can paint. That is also something you can do, but I'm doing it directly with the help of watercolor. Now we are done with the first layer. You can create stems with the help of brown color. So I'm using tip of my brush to paint all these fine element, and based on your perspective you can decide your stems, and you can also define some extra stem extending from left, right or center. So these things is totally up to you. In my drawing I have used different kind of composition. In this one I'm using different. I have not used any reference photo. You can use reference photo also, and you can try to create something like that. Now I have created the stems. I have created first layer of my flowers. Now the most important thing is creating sepals or base of the flower, which is again in brown color because these are dried. That is why we are able to see the cotton part. Now for these sepals, again this is totally depend on perspective. This one is right perspective, so we can see sepals at the base. In between every section you can create few smaller sepals as well, like I have created two fine sepals at the top and multiple sepals at the base. This one is facing towards the downward direction, so my sepals are in the upper area. Again I am covering the left, right and center part. With the help of sepals you can create few bigger and few smaller. I am creating all these things using one stroke technique, so I am pushing my brush a little bit and moving my brush in a particular angle so that I can get all these structure. Now few smaller sepals you can create in other area as well, so assume those things are not visible to us, but we can see few part of those sepals. Now repeat the same thing for other two flowers as well. Based on your sections and based on your perspective you need to define your sepals. So likewise in this one I can see three sepals, very smaller sections of sepals, and then you can create a few bigger at the base. This is the second step, and in the last step we are going to define this more clearly. So take all your time to do all these things. Again, you can define all these things with the help of pencil first, and then you can put some color around it, but I'm doing all these things directly. So either you can do like this, or you can define everything with the help of pencil first and do watercolor after that. So I think I'm pretty much done with the sepal part as well. Now I can see my flowers nicely, but last thing we can do is creating few more shades around our flower area. So I'm again using same shade of gray color, and I'm trying to again define my sections so that we can see the sections clearly. Like for example in this one we have 4 different sections. In the middle you can define little darker shade, and then you can blend it with the help of clean water and damp brush. So don't overdo it. You don't need very dark shade, just little hint of little darker shade in the center area is also fine, and then you can blend things a little bit here and there. Now as you can see, we can see the cotton structure clearly as compared to the previous version, and same thing you need to repeat for all the flowers that we have. Again you need to define this darker shade of gray area around the corner and in the center, but don't overdo it. And likewise let's do for these two flowers as well. Now I think we are done with our flowers. You can keep it like this is totally fine, or else you can use pen to do some extra outlining around your sepal area and flower area. So this is additional option that we are doing. It is not important or necessary to do, but whenever it comes to the white flower I like to do these kind of things to define a structure more clearly, although this is totally optional. And I'm using 01 needle pen. You can use normal ball pen also to do all these things. Again don't overdo it, so you don't have to trace everything with the help of pen. You just need to define couple of area with the pen, especially the sepal area and the cotton area. So I'm hoping this video is helpful for you guys. Please do let me know if at all you have any feedback for me, and thank you so much for all your love and support and watching my videos. See you guys in the next video.